I am Kimberly and I'm here with the rest of my colleagues, Sabrina and Kelly. We are here to talk about Santa Fe Occupational Therapy Center referral improvement process. At Santa Fe Occupational Therapy Center, it is our mission as the PI team to evaluate the referral process by improving communication to provide quality service and treatment so that our patients reach their goals. The vision of Santa Fe Occupational Therapy Center is to engage patient and staff in their treatment goals through improved effective communication between patient, clinical staff, therapists, and referring physician.
As a performance improvement team, we have formulated a strategic plan to improve the process of receiving referrals from the primary care physicians. Under this plan, we will number one, identify the problem, number two, survey the patients and the physicians, number three, analyze the results of survey, number four, research Medicare guidelines for reimbursement, number five, analyze the current workflow, and number six, we will redesign the process. We performed the process mapping of the current workflow, and this is what we found, that when the referral is received, even if the referral documents are not complete, an appointment is scheduled for the patient to be seen by the physician. After analyzing the process, we found that the patients are coming in with incomplete referral documents. Physicians don't get any medical records to begin the treatment, and the Medicare requirements are not being met for the reimbursement purposes.
In any business, not just the medical field, surveys are very important. They are used to uncover confidential answers to specific questions that might not otherwise be revealed. These anonymous answers can affect how the business is being ran. The management here at Santa Fe Physical Therapy feels it is extremely important to understand the strengths and weaknesses of our facility and how it's being ran. To help our facility document trends, we've created a patient survey and have broken it up into 4 sections: general, my referring physician's office, efficiency, and professionalism. For the patient, the first section will consist of general questions that will help understand how the patient is feeling toward the process. Next, the questions listed under My Referring Physician's Office will focus on exposing any missing documentation that is pertinent to Medicare approval. Efficiency and professionalism will follow. To get a good overall understanding of how physicians are feeling toward the facility, general questions have been asked. This survey will consist of questions that focus on timeliness of unanswered questions and the overall feeling that concerns are being heard. The physician survey will focus on the referring physician's office and will be used to double-check accuracy on their end as well as the interaction between facilities. It is key that both the physician's office and Santa Fe Physical Therapy work together to provide high quality of care to our patients. The last section of the physician survey will allow the physician to address any concerns they may have regarding Santa Fe Physical Therapy. All questions focus on the quality and will allow the facility and the physician's office to make adjustments where needed to provide a more patient-friendly, higher quality experience. Here are the results from our patient satisfaction survey. As you can see, a disappointing 70% are dissatisfied with the referral process, while only 6% are satisfied. This is extremely concerning to our facility, and we are looking for different ways to address this process. While the physician survey does not show as many physicians dissatisfied with this process, it is still very high and still concerning at 60%. According to our polls, 60% of physicians state that they are not satisfied with our referral process. There is a slight difference from the prior slide that shows 6% of patients were satisfied. When the physicians were polled, only 5% could agree that our process meets their satisfaction. These results are disappointing again to our facility, as it is our goal to provide top quality care to our patients. And we have made it a top priority to make the proper alterations to this referral process to guarantee quality care to our patients.
We also analyzed the financial data of the center, and we found that for past 3 consecutive years, the center is losing revenue. In 2013, the total revenue generated by the center was $650,000. In 2014, the revenue reduced to $600,000, and in 2015, it reduced further to $570,000. We did take into account the number of patients seen in the center, and we found out that there was not a significant difference in the number of patients seen in the center over the past 3 years. This chart represents the reasons for claim denial, and as you can see that 66% of the claims are denied because of either insufficient documents or no documents. About 70% of our patients have Medicare, and Medicare has very specific guidelines for its beneficiaries to become a patient of comprehensive outpatient rehabilitation facility. Under the guidelines, it states that the beneficiary must be under the care of a physician who certifies that the beneficiary needs skilled rehabilitation services. And second, the referring physician must advise the comprehensive outpatient rehabilitation facility of beneficiary's medical history, current diagnosis and medical findings, desired rehabilitation goals, and any contradictions to specific activity or intensity of rehabilitation services. We intend to communicate these guidelines to all our physicians. These guidelines are very specific to Medicare reimbursement. Other insurance companies might have different guidelines.
Appendix E in the State Operations Manual, Title 485.711, clearly states that documentation such as the patient past medical history and current medical findings should be obtained by the organization before or during the time of treatment. Appendix E goes on to state, all patients must be treated pursuant to a written plan of care that indicates the therapy service being provided, the anticipated goal of therapy, and the type, amount, frequency, and duration of service to be furnished. A plan of care must be developed by a physician or therapist who provides the service after assessing the patient. According to the State Operations Manual, the regulations do not require that the patients be referred to the organization by a physician, or that the service be provided pursuant to a physician's order. If the complete and appropriate past history and/or current medical findings regarding the patient are not made available to the organization, then the organization must make every effort to obtain the information from other sources, such as the patient, the family, or from follow-up with the referring physician. It is difficult to write rehabilitation goals in a plan of care if there is no past history available. It is very important to have current medical findings documented in the record in order to avoid providing therapy or other rehabilitation services that may have a reverse effect.
As we talk about analysis and how the referral should flow when the Santa Fe Occupational Therapy Center receives it. When the company receives the referral, our trained staff needs to make sure the referral has a script. If it does not have a script with it, the script needs to be returned to the referring physician. If the referral has a script, it needs to be sent to the insurance company for authorization. If the insurance company denies the therapy, it needs to be sent back to the referring physician, and also the patient or client needs to know why it was denied. If it was authorized, the qualified staff needs to make a chart and send it information to the therapist that has an opening spot. Then the staff needs to call the patient or client to set up an appointment with a therapist. Our staff will make sure while on the phone the patient or client that all their information was correct, what they have, such as telephone, birthday, address, and the referring PBC. Then after getting all the information, our staff will mail out paperwork for the patient or client to fill out, so when they come in for the first time, the process will run smoothly. The outcome of our redesign is increased satisfaction among the patient and the staff. The patient satisfaction increased from 4% to 90%, and 98% of the referring physicians are satisfied with the referral process.